Oh, hello there.
Welcome back.
Today is what we are hoping will be the last day that we have to do anything here. Maybe,
inside.
Yeah, inside. Which is all I care about. I don't care about the outside. You don't live in the outside. So, we've got a couple of very minor paint touch-ups to do. I have to do some caulking in the upstairs bathroom. And you said there was a couple paint touch-ups upstairs, very minimal.
There is.
And then I'm going to attempt to change out the thermostat.
Okay, so we're at it. First things we're doing is paint touch-ups all over the place. While he does that, I'm removing random stickers that I'm finding all over the place. We've been talking about how there's just little stickers everywhere. And I'm also using my handy dandy magic erase for the things that aren't really a matter of, you know, paint touch-ups. We're gonna save the hardest thing for last, which is gonna be to switch out the very old, very dated thermostat here, because he's never done it before, but we're pretty sure he could do it.
If somebody else can do it, I could probably do it.
So I scraped the stickers off of the wall and I threw them on the floor, and now we have to scrape them off the floor. I'm sorry, babe. But you see, I'm not kidding that there's stickers everywhere.
They're like really hard stickers too. They're not like, you know, regular stickers. They're
the adults and the kids were using stickers, different kinds. Adults were using duct tape on everything, and the kids were just had stickers everywhere. And I keep finding them like the most strange places. Like those stickers were like way up the wall, like way up.
The adults were using them.
Yeah, it had to be the adults, right? Kids can't get up there by themselves.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna try to replace this thermostat here.
We just finished touching up the bathroom, right?
Yeah, as you can see, it is all sealed up, waiting for it to dry.
Caulked everything, did some cleaning. We're still not in the stage of like absolutely deep cleaning everything.
But anyways, so we pulled off the faceplate, just came right off with my hands. Now,
isn't there mercury in there?
There's mercury right here. I was actually about to point that out, which I think is really interesting because I've never like looked at this all working before, but I guess the mercury tilts
I see.
based on this little dial here that you're moving. And that's how it tells what temperature it needs to be at.
That's
which
cool.
I didn't realize that that's how it worked. So yeah, that is very cool. So we're gonna, these screws are really, really small. So gotta go really slow and easy. And then there's nothing attached to the back of this. Very interesting. I will gently put this down so we don't have mercury burn through the floor, although I'm sure it doesn't actually do that. So all the tutorials I've watched try to have you take a picture of this section.
Oh yeah,
here.
so you remember how it.
Oops.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So you remember how it
how it's all wired up.
Yeah.
But as you can see, why doesn't my thing want to focus? Is it because it's all sweaty from being in my pocket?
Whoa.
The yellow goes to Y. The white goes to W. The green, okay, goes to G, and this red one goes to RC, or red, RC, RH, I don't know. So, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I have not yet turned off the breaker, so I'm just prepping.
We have to do that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand what's happening here, which looks pretty wild, honestly.
It's like an 80s computer in there. We're gonna update it to a 2020s computer.
Nope. Whoops. I see, it's RC and RH. R, like, C is like probably for cooling, and RH is probably goes to heating. So that's probably what those two different colors are for, or those two different labels.
We actually have the same one in our house that we haven't switched out yet, so after we do this one, we could do it at our house as well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna flip the breaker off and we'll be right back. All right.
Power is off. You just turned off the main breaker because the labels in the electric box are a little crazy.
Yeah. They're completely not legible. Somebody was writing in cursive.
And honestly, a lot of people say the first thing you should do is a properly labeled electric box, but we haven't done that. We just turn off the whole thing just in case.
Why can't I get this at the right angle? This is the thinnest drill bit I have, because my screwdriver is much thicker than this. So you need like a precision screwdriver for this, which I do have at home for different applications.
For your guitars?
Yes. So I'm not exactly sure why there are two yellows, but there are. The two reds I could wrap my head around. The two yellows,
What does yellow mean again? Cold?
I don't know. The red was hardly even inside of there. That's a little jumper. Come on. This one's really tough to get out. There we go. So I'll keep this red jumper over here. Maybe I'll need it, maybe I won't. There we go. And then it's time to remove this piece, which is basically glued onto the wall from years and years of being painted over. So I'm just scoring the outside of it. There we go. That was enough to break it. Let me do this so I don't break the paint for miles and miles down the wall. And there you go.
I'm surprised it's that color underneath. That was going to be a crazy color.
And then there's blue. What is the blue for?
The blue is just hanging out?
Blue's just hanging out. Yeah, this is probably the color of the original drywall.
Oh, I see.
So that's why it's that color, I would imagine. Alright, so we got all of our different colors. This one was not plugged into anything. Let's go grab our new thermostat and figure that out. Okay, all these things are covered in grease or glue. I can't tell which. Maybe it's like a grease to keep them lubricated. Alright, so these things apparently go in through the top right here.
And they're all labeled.
They're all labeled. The colors matched the letter on the original unit here. The only issue is I don't have a tiny little screwdriver to tighten these in, but if I did, this would be done already.
We also don't have batteries for the new thermostat.
Which, that we could solve very quickly by just going to store to pick some up. Let me see if I have a tiny enough drill bit to fix that. And if not, maybe we just go back to the house really quick, grab some AAAs and my precision screwdriver thing. So, as you recall, while we were taking apart the other one, there was a jumper from RC to RH. There's that jumper. This went immediately into RC on the original thermostat. So, tighten this green a little bit better. All right, and then this blue wire was not connected to anything. So I'm not going to connect it to anything in this new thermostat. I'm gonna push this into the wall. We're gonna go grab some AAA batteries as soon as I fix this white wire that just came out.
Are you gonna mount it or?
Yes, I'm gonna mount it as soon as I make sure that it works.
Okay.
We have purchased AAA batteries
Woo!
for this thing. I'm going to, oops, bring out this wire for some support. Maybe not, maybe it won't even fit. I guess I'll just put it back here. Gonna plug this baby in.
Oh. It looks like it's alive.
And then gonna set it to cool. And we're gonna put it down to a reasonable temperature for this place, which is 70 degrees. I'm gonna go turn on the
Let's
power.
put 72.
I want it to kick on immediately
Okay, okay.
so that I know if it's working.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely working.
It's definitely working?
Yep. So I think you did it.
There we go.
Congratulations, a new achievement unlocked.
But now I have to paint this thing like 50 times.
Of course, but
So,
when don't you have to paint things 50 times? But that was the big task of the day because he has to go to work pretty soon. So we don't have a lot of time to do other things that we need to do. Then from here, he'll just mount it and I'll take a quick footage of that when it's done. And there she is, all programmed. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for today, and we'll catch you guys some other time.